Hey folks, how are we doing today? It is August 2nd, I believe. It's Wednesday. I had a couple of requests for updates on the food plots I planted, and I'm glad someone asked that question because this is a perfect example, I think, of results from planting clover in the spring as opposed to planting clover in the fall. I treated both of my fields the exact same way. I tilled them, got the soil turned up and everything else, and waited, let the weeds come back, tilled it again. You all saw the videos. I drug them with the tires or the pallets, got them all smoothed out, and then I seeded them with clover, two different strands of clover, two different types of clover, but still clover. Didn't fertilize, didn't do anything like that, and just let them go to see how it would go. And I'll just show you the top food plot I am not happy with. This is the one I planted in the spring. So I'm going to pan around here, and as you can see, it looks awful. Got a lot of invasive, I think it's called silt grass, Japanese silt grass, something like that, has come through here. That's a lot of this stuff right here you're seeing. There's clover underneath this. It's yellow, pale, doesn't look the greatest. A lot of just junk the whole way. I haven't been up here in a while. I checked it in spring, and then I did come up here, well, it was still spring, but late spring, early summer, and checked it. It didn't look bad. And then I waited. I didn't come up here at all in July, I don't think. And wow, this is awful looking. So this was planted in the spring. I mean, I don't mind the flowers coming up. That's kind of nice. There's some clover here. There's clover in here. It's just getting choked out by everything else. Let's walk back here to the shady area that I planted as well and see what happened back here. Yeah, a lot of the same, as you can see. Looks awful. So what I'm probably going to do here pretty soon, actually, is mow this field completely down. Hopefully I can catch a lot of it before things go to seed, but I may be a little too late. Hoping not. A lot of flowers on yeah, I can't talk. A lot of flowers or plants haven't gone to seed yet. A few of them like these are just now starting to bloom. So hopefully I can get this knocked down. And I'm debating whether I want to start over and replant this fall, late summer, before hunting season. Bow season starts September 30th. Or try something different for this plot next year. I really hate to start over. I don't know if I want to. I might just mow it down, wait till spring and see if that clover can come out up here and really take over. Again, it's here. It just had a late start. I planted it in the spring. Didn't get that good boost. Even down here where it was coming in really thick, where I spilt some, it just completely died off. I mean, there's some here, but not like I was hoping. So again, this is the field that was planted in the spring. Looks awful, but this invasive grass has come in here. I mean, I don't know if I should just spray it and be done with it, try mowing it down, or mow it and then till it again. What are your thoughts? But in the meantime, let's go down to the bottom field and check it out. You'll be surprised the difference. Okay, we're down here in the bigger field with clover, and I thought I'd show you the trees I planted. That is one persimmon tree down in there. Looks like some clover's coming up through there. I need to pull out, but that's one persimmon tree. I did have one persimmon tree that didn't make it. I planted it in the spring. Oh, no, here, I'm sorry, here's the one that made it. The other one was dead, sorry. I was like, that's really weird, it's clover coming up. But that just goes to show you how tall that clover is. And then I have some more down here, chestnut trees. Let me show you. There you go. They're doing well. Several more down that way. And then here's the clover field. As you can see, big difference. Mostly clover. And the deer are hitting this pretty heavily. If you look here, you'll see some high and low areas. And generally, you'll see, I'm trying to find, you can see where they chewed it off right here. in like a kind of a circle. See all these chew marks here? Where they bit it off. The deer have been hitting this heavy. So you walk through here, and where it's really thick and lush right here, you'll see, perfect example right there. Chewed down area where the deer will stand here and eat right in this circle right here. And they've done this through the entire field. Now this end down here is much better looking. I mean, it's super thick. Put my hand down here, you can see. I mean, it's beautiful looking. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in the camera. And my tree stands right there. That's where I shot that buck last year. So there's some grasses coming up through, but for the most part, I only mowed this once this year. Another perfect example of a deer eating right here. See how it's all high on the edges, and then they just sit here and eat in a circle, and they chewed it all down. Another circle there. I mean, they're all through this big section down there. Sorry, I'm getting a little excited putting all over the place, but when I drove through up there and came down earlier today, just tons of circles like that where the deer have eaten it down. I did sit up here the other evening and kind of for about half an hour waited to see if any deer came out, and nothing came out. So, but it was early. It was like 4 o'clock. I mean, 4 hours, 4.5 hours till sunset or whatever. But I'm impressed with how thick this stuff is actually growing. The last time I had clover in here that I planted, I made a mistake of mowing it late in the season, like right now. And I mowed it down pretty low. And by that hunting season, they had this entire, I would say, 1.5 acre field eaten down to the mud, and it was gone. So I'm hoping by leaving it up higher like this, it'll be a good food source for them for a lot longer into the hunting season, and hopefully all winter long, because clover will stay green all winter long. There's still a few flowers on them, but earlier in the year, I think I did a short video, and it was just nothing but white clover heads all over this field. I do have some grasses and invasive species right in the middle, but the clover is coming up underneath of it. I'm hoping next year when the clover comes back strong, it'll choke it out. You can see where I mowed really short down through here. Yada, yada, yada. So that's your update on the fields. Big difference. This one was planted last fall, so the clover had a chance to start right away in the spring, as opposed to that field up above. I planted it this spring, and it just didn't have a chance to really take off. So unfortunately, it did not make it, or didn't make it the way I wanted it. So yeah, let me know what you guys and gals think. What should I do with that top field? Maybe I should plant something different instead of clover. I was just trying to see the 2 different strands of clover and how well they did, and how the deer liked them differently. But this strand, I'll have to go back. I actually have to go back on my videos and see what I bought for this field, because this is beautiful stuff. It really looks good. So, hey, that's the update on the field. Both fields, the persimmon and the chestnut trees. Chestnut trees are doing great. I lost one persimmon tree, but Whitetail Hill Chestnut did tell me that they were going to give me a voucher for that tree. And in fact, they did. They sent me an email with a voucher to buy another tree. So that was perfect. The unfortunate thing is they're sold out right now. So I prefer to put my trees in the fall too, but hopefully they'll get back in stock and I can get one in here and get it planted soon. So that's your update. Appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. Bye.